Hello. Yes, welcome back again in the game day 2, and this is PUBG Mobile Tournament presented by the INBL Pro Showdown, and you are watching on live on YouTube by the INBL. And here we can see the first match of the day one, day two just begin on, and we can see I was just playing this took off right now, and the several teams they just missed their slots today. I don't know why, but okay, we're gonna see out the map feed right now, and here we can see the plane path that is a complete diagonal for the beginning, and we can see the number of players that were in the lobby are going after to their drop locations. That is really important things to watch on. But okay, we are trying to have some greatest fight for today. We are expecting the player will move with all the potential they have. That is really important to watch on for today. But I can see some players are dropping out, and that is the moment we are going for the game sections. And here comes the shift of the first circle, and then the initiation from the players must be done in the matches. Let's go and check. Yes, Team Indonesia. They don't have any of the fight nearby, but if you go to the 52 esports, there is also none of the fight that is being going on. But as you know, as being in the stadium match, you just wanted and go for going for the twisted brains. Where are they? The guys they have fight right now, and they're just trying to. The Orguin just done a one elimination here, and the EV are also presented in the same situation where they are trying to tackle out in this moment, and the one player they just lost on, and the team EV they are going for the push to the team 17. That is twisted mind, and here comes a knock to that player, and instant finish is being covered by that team. But if you talk about the yesterday lovely players of the JSM, they are really doing well for yesterday. And with that, here comes a knock from the XAVIER esports. As you know, they all are in the stadium, but I cannot see any of the player that is being surviving in same. But if you go for the CHEEZIOUS esports, there is also an elimination for the teams, and Hashra is going to revive that one player. But I can see only three of the teams, three of the players being alive right now. But okay, the GSM is trying to move to add the EV. With that, the Action Esports are trying to take to the DE. But let's go and check on. But the KHN, as you know, as the Kabul, and the team Kabul have only one player left that must be required to recall the teams, or the team Kabul will be eliminated in the first of the matches. Like yesterday, they really done well. And if we talk about the live stat, there is the KEX, Team KEX with the 65 points for today by the beginning, and we have the GSM at the second position. The gap is well really good, but okay, let's check on if they can continue on the same gap or not. That is the really important thing to watch on. But we're checking on the twisted teams. The KHN are also trying to the engineering MN. We know them, and here we can see the team K is trying to get some sorts. K Sports, there is Yu Wong, the only one player surviving in the comeback fight, but another is trying to recall his rest of the teammate, and the recall is already being placed on, and the rest of the two players are being recalled right now. And here is going a possibility of the grenade by the Yu Wong. Let's go and check if we can knock any of the player of the team 16 that is called engineering. Let's go and check. Okay, there comes the sword, and the shotgun elimination is being waiting by us, by me actually. And here comes the drop shot, but okay, that is really amazing knock by the Kwong. Whatever the other player that is being alive in the same situation, the engineering MN. But I can see a player that is called highest, achieving 2 elimination, is being knocked in this plus situation, and now the Naira is trying to tackle on the situation of the fight and by the roof right now. And the first zone circle you just went it on, and it was a good set for the teams, and they will go for the loots and the fights initially, then they need to rotate as per their requirement. But we can see that the Asian that is trying to grenade over the KU Kwang. But let's check on the grenade was not that much effective to knock that player. But Q Wang is trying to change his position immediately. So guys, welcome again to the today match. And the first thing, as first, you need to now, guys, we are going on for the another section as the case just drop some knock, and I can see that the player is being surviving in this another situation. But the EVA sport that they were fighting on, but I guess they just went for the sorts of vehicle. But I can see the team Indonesia coming nearby the Eagle VESE Sports, and we have the players of the Eagle EVE Sports right now. But we're gonna take some initial elimination from the teams and the match round, as we know that no all of the fight cannot covered in this moment in the match of Toronto, but Team DE, I guess they are just eliminated. But there's the golden ticket, and they do have pre-elimination right now, and the player is being recalled by their teammates, but I cannot see any of the like initiation from them. There is the engineering, they just also went from that locations, and they're trying to come over the CGC Sports. We're coming to the CGC Sports, and we can see there's the three men standing, and the two people just waited to recall, and they just lost their chance of recall. But we can see that HUNNU Esports, they're trying to go on to the Team DE, the Danny Esports, and here we can see a comeback fight from the HUNNU Esports and the Danny Esports. That's really like considering in this moment as the first match, the player must need to show up on some skills that they were showing on yesterday, and that is really important for the teams to collect on some points in the match rondo. But here comes the player of the Action Esport, as they only have two eliminations, but the rest of the players except one is in that compound waiting for the team DE. But let's check if the Action Esports can do an elimination or not. But I can see the Tyson was coming for loot, but he is knocked and trapped by the Nanda. That is really, really tough situation for the teams. But here is the shift of the zone to the stage 2, that is really important right now. As we can see, the zone is being small, but the rest of the teams are really out from the situation. They are in the blue zone. They must need to survive and come through the playing zone if they want to get some fight on. But for now, we are watching on to the Nanda. But the fight that was already there moved on to the another location as the team 18. We're dropping some shot, but here comes the CGC Sports right now. The V power is now right here, but he's trying to get the player to be visible as he can drop some shots or not. That is the big question for the players, and he don't have any other backup coming for him. So he needs to survive this situation by himself. But let's check on. Okay, I was thinking there was no vehicle, but here is a vehicle of power, and he is moving toward it. But there is no any of the spray by the Danis, but at the Daniel Sports are also trying to rotate, like to do a map rotations to enter in the safe zone. Okay, guys, that we are talking about, and the team just converted to the top seven, and that is really important right now because we are waiting for the stage four zone. And with that, zone is becoming really, really small. And with that, we have a number of players, number of team alive right now, and they are quite aggressive, quite being aggressive to get some fight with the other teams. But I can see here the map, like okay, the player have a cluster right now in the situation, but they are trying to tackle with that hard situation. And with that, we just converted to the top six. That is really important to watch. And but I can see the teams of the HUNNU eSport, they're surviving in this moment. But what I am seeing, the Soya was the last player, and he just went to the finish by the teams. That is not really good. The opponent teams are being really, really being messy in this point of view. And with that, we just converted to the top five team. Along with that, we're gonna watch on that the team Indonesia, as at the yesterday matches, if we like analyze and calculate, the team Indonesia was surviving in the first match as well. But as compared to yesterday, the teams are doing the same really well. But we know the thing that the team Indonesia will surviving the situation and collect the matches like points in the rondo. But I'm not sure that the team will collect up some points in the next four matches or not. That is the real important thing to watch. And but I can see the KEX Sport that is being in the tabletop. They are surviving, but they also have the domination to the players as compared to yesterday and as compared to today. They are doing same. They're doing the well elimination to the teams as compared to the both days. If we compare, they are really being consistent in this matches. With that, other team must need to be like consistent. If not, they will lose their point. They will lose their positions in the overall standing. And along with that, if players are trying to fight for the overall fraggers, they must need to carry on some strategy. They must be like independent player too. That might be helpful for the player to get some uh, elimination point from the opponent team. That is really important. But if we gonna see that, here is a good knock. There is a good knock by the players of the 52 esports. That is really going well. Okay. And here comes and complete elimination to the 52 esport. But the KEX that were not stopping in this moment, and they are coming really closer. The KEX esport, as we are talking about, here comes a grenade from the K's. And let's check on if the grenade is going really well for the team or not. Let's go for a view. We can see the players being surviving in this moment, as well as they are just converting to the top three teams. With along with that, here comes a grenade to the DE, but it was not sufficient to knock that player. But the team of the Indonesia, they're coming so closer to the DE, and DE must need to tackle on two fights right now. The Trang XIX to have the 7 eliminations in the moment. And let's check if he can have a one more and make it even number elimination or not. And here comes the next elimination by him, and the complete elimination of the team 8. The Dani Esports is being seen right now. Comparing to yesterday, they are playing very well for today, and I think I think so. The team will do well, and here comes surviving the situation. But the KEKs just got a knock, and we have the Hugh Kong and the next player, the same player as yesterday. So same player yesterday, the same player as yesterday, and they're going to push for the team. Oh, but they're waiting. They're waiting here, and we're gonna see a comeback fight and more support from the backside. But the Kwang is really well to get some elimination point out there. But the team Indonesia, they're really doing well, as they have the 11 elimination for now. But the KX compared as well, they are really doing well for the situation as compared to yesterday. They are really consistent, and they do have a similar point as yesterday. And here comes the winner chicken dinner position for now. The day 2 is going really, really better than the day 1, as the day 1 is the match where the players should know
how the teams are going to be played and what strategy do they have for the days, and the strategy that they applied for the day one might not be really completely acceptable for the day two, so they might need to eh, and they might trying to get a new strategy for the new day and for the new games as compared to yesterday, so they are trying to do well for this situation. And with along with that, we are going for the stats of this matches. Let's go and check on to the players. The winner chicken dinner stats comes here, and the 13 elimination by the KEX. And now the things is changed, the things is changed, the team do have the like two or three winner chicken dinner, and the point is really going massively rapid fire as compared to the other team, and other team must need to have that ability to dominate this team. But okay, the KE Yu Kwong, the comeback fight was really well by the player, and he just be able to collect some 4 point in this 4 elimination point from this matches. And if we talk about the Vuvu, there were 2 elimination by this player, Case with 4, Kurome with 3, and this is a great fight in the match of Rondo. They just collected 13 point, that goes equals to 23 point in the first match, and they do have a great push of the overall. And here comes the player summary 8 kills by the Trang XIX. That is really well by him as compared to yesterday. The Danny Sports were really doing well, and they might have some change in their playing. And we can see the times by the D Sports with 914 damage, and 2 grand elimination is seen by the same player of the DE, the Trangix, and 293 meter of longest distance elimination is seen by the Math X69. But if you go for the travel distance, there is 10 kilometer distance traveled by the Scream 313 in this match. And here comes for the team head-to-head battle. And with that, we have the KEX Sports and the Danny esports. So for today in the map to match, okay, day number 2, the map number 6, we can see the DE is dominating in the game for today. As compared to yesterday, they are not be able to knock any of the players. They don't have any wild elimination. But now for today, they're just trying to do their things from the match one. That is really important to watch. And but if you go for that, we're gonna see that the 13 elimination from the KEX, and again the similar number of eliminations from the Danny Sports. The damage is also quite similar. The total haze is really like different. By if talk about each other teams, the total hail of the KEX Sports is only 754, and the total hails of the Danny Sports is only 1419. The total knock tail is 13 by the KEX Sports, but total knock, if talk about, there is 2L only. And it was the team as to as we're going for the match summary, guys. And here comes the match summary. As we can see, the 97 knockouts being seen in this matches with one airdrop looted 17,860. Total damage is being placed on 10 grenade elimination is being seen as compared to yesterday. It was like in same consistent ratio as also yesterday. The team do have the 10 elimination from the grenade or around 8 elimination by the grenade. That is really well. If you compare by the day one and day two, the consistency is really well. The fight for the trophy, fight for the prize pool is going great. At 293 meter of long distance elimination is being seen on 94 total elimination. 8 headshot is being deal, and 90801 total kills is being collected in this match. As if you go for the match data here, we have the KEX Sports with total 23 point. As I already mentioned you, the Danny Esports talk about, they have the 18 point, the hashtag 2, being the hashtag 3 really played well for the teams. And with that, we have at the third position the team Indonesia. They only have 17 total points. With that, 11 point come from the elimination, and the 6 point is for the place. And with that, the XAVIER is supposed to have the 15 point being collected in this match. Eastern is supposed with 13, Golden Ticket with 9, and rest of the team you can watch by pausing your screen. And here comes the last page where we can see which are the teams that they have the zero elimination and 0 point collected in this matches. We have the Mass Fraggers, and Mass Fraggers obviously it changed. There is the Trangex with it elimination, we with 7, SWE Sara Fatehs with 6, Tyson with Tynes with 5, GTZZ with 5 eliminations. So 5 eliminations is common to the players. We are going for the overall data. Okay, guys, here comes the overall standing of the players. KEX Esports with 90, Team Indonesia 61. So the Team Indonesia and the Germany show me they try to grab on the first position. They might need to work really hard for the collection of that different point. They are the player of the KEX to have the 19 point been collected in the sixth match for today. With that, we are moving to the overall fraggers right now. And here they are. We have the case with the 23 elimination right now, and the Texas with 13 elimination, Trangix with 90, 13, the Kora with 12, and 12 elimination by the Hengo Kill. And it was the total stars of this today match, 6 matches, and we are going for the highlight section. And we will be back again after a moment, as we know, as you know, as we know.
And welcome again to the second match. As we can see, the plane just took off and it is going to it location, but beside that we need to check on the players. But I can see some players are missing out today matches, today games from the beginning, and here comes the plane path. And right now, the Sanok military base, along with that, the Seveni side. Okay, that is not called the Seveni side, but okay, it is the is of the mass, and the two places being covered and connected by the plane path, and in between that we have several of the like hot drops there where the player can drop on and the player can go for the loot, and that is the really important thing to watch on, guys. And we are waiting for any early initiation by the teams if any of the cluster is going to form a nut. But let's go, we will check out the first zone soon. But GT Sports and the team Indonesia are really being dropped in the same locations, quite it is quite like near. And the golden ticket, they only have the three players being playing from their team. That is not good idea for the teams, as the golden ticket were really dominating for yesterday, but they are going back to back, really lose for now. And the KEX were having the fight, but the top fragger of the first match, the Yukong, was completely eliminated, completely knocked out right now by the teams of 52 esports. The MAQNA esports right now in the area of the prison, but the 52 esports, the WV, Korean players just collected this knock, and with that, we are going to watch on if the 52 esports were trying to chase the KX esports or not. But I think so. The 52 esports is trying to find where the player are, where they are gone, and we can take a revenge for our teammate. But let's check on, here comes a knock to the GSM. The team GSM were not doing well for today also, because the team Hyper that we are waiting on, we're trying to go for the knockout of the GSM, but here comes a knock. Possible knockout that can come on by the Inumi. He's coming with double barrel, and here comes a knock to the player, but I can see the Ismail Gaming is trying to get some shot by the pump, but it is possible right now. But the last two players distracted on the Hyper City was coming from behind. It was really amazing fight by the players of the Hyper. That to talk about the Eastern Esports. They're going for the KHABUL, and we can see this player are just being dropped in the Rozok, but they are collecting the loot, and for now they do have that much collection of the loot that they can drop a fire to a squad. But they're trying to wait the situation where the opponent team will come towards them for the fight situation. Not they are going, they're not going for any of the engagement. But I can see the silent queue, they don't have any of the elimination, but the team in the Rozo may have. Let's go and check the average slot that we have. The team Indonesia, there is no elimination. They are okay, they do have the loot right now. But with that, we are moving to other team 4, that is 52 esports, that is being chasing the KEX. But I think they just get uh, tired. And with that, they have the 2 elimination right now. The 5 esports might not have any of the 5, but if you go for the MAQNA esports, I can see the team rotating nearby. But if you go to the AVA esports, there's a shop towards the hospital side, and it might be the area of the Georgia. But there is no any of the elimination or the elimination done by the teams.
But the BXG teams are trying to run as they don't have any other vehicle. In 2 minutes, the new circle shift is coming on. The sports were dropped in the school area and they don't have any of the fight to become take on, but the player that are available with us didn't dropped to the mall today. And the team DE is trying to get on the compound with a great choice of having any of the elimination, but I can see a kill feed that is coming from the KHABUL. The team of the XN Esports is being presented in this moment. But I can see the closing up by the XN Esports to the SPL that we know as by the KHABUL. But let's check on the player will go for the, from behind the place, and here comes a total knock and finish to that player. And a grand elimination is being tackled down by the Nanda. And here comes a knock to the KHABUL Esports, and only 2 players is being alive and 1 player is being revived, I guess so. He's waiting for the revive section. But I don't think any of the revival is possible in this moment. But the team GT is also trying to do some fight as they just entered on. But where they are going now, I think the system might be waiting for the golden tickets, and here comes a knock to a player, but the lock is the only 1 player surviving. And he is trying to escape, but the GT will not give him that opportunity. And here comes a knock and finish to the last 1 player. And here comes a knock to the silent crew. As we can know, there is the 1 elimination being collected by these teams, but rest of the players are trying to get on their vehicles as the MAQNA Sport were coming on. But I think the regular stop here, and here comes the elimination to the last 1 player of the MAC, and there were no recall. There were no but we just converted to the top 5 team. Along with that, we need to check on the team Indonesia as they are really in the cluster moment. But I can see the silent crew being placed on out there. Here comes a spray by the 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗪, but it was not that easy to knock player that is being moving with the vehicle. And here comes the team of the silent crew. We can call them. K is supposed to have the 0 elimination for now, but I don't think they will be waiting for the special moment where they can have any of the fight or not. But we are talking about the team Indonesia, and they are trying to engage with the team of the silent crew. Here comes a knock to that player, knock and instant finish. That is really amazing. And we can see the smoke is being placed on right now, but the teams are not trying to escape in this situation, but the team 16 are also doing the same as they are doing with some grenade, and the vehicle elimination is trying to be tackled on. But let's go and check. The AG3N is getting the revive from the team of the engineering MN. Let's go and check on as we convert to the top. Indonesia is coming back to back to provide some shots to the engineering MN.
And by that, guys, we know the team will have a comeback fight, and here is the complete elimination of the team 16 by the team of the team Indonesia. That is really well. Team DX is trying to get some fight here as the closest team that is being available is 52 Esports, and here comes a knock to the Ray. Again, knock to the Susi. And here comes the push that the Halo Zastra really entered to the situation without observing this moment, but we are converting to the stage 2 circle, guys. We're going to check on the severe shift. Okay, guys, here is the shift of the second zone. As we can see, the several players being surviving, but most of the teams are out of the playing circle. But with that, we can see some cluster around the DX. That is really important to watch, and we are going to the field of them. Let's go for the team DX. Okay, DX means the XAVIERs, and XAVIERs only have 2 players being left here, and 1 elimination is being done by them. But okay, 2 elimination is being collected by them, but there is 2 loss of the players according to them. And here comes the HUNNU Esports, but I think it was another team that is going for them, and it was the Action Esport. He just got survival, but the Nanda just like dropped by his vehicle in some panic situation. That is really nonsense for the team, as the complete elimination is being seen by the matches with the silent crew, to have the only one player that is Suk here right now. Whatever the CHEEZIOUS Esports, all 3 player is being alive from the CHEEZIOUS Esports, but I don't know why the teams are playing in third man situation. They had the 4th man for yesterday. There were a 4th man that is supporting the team really well. But if you talk about the other player, the CHEEZIOUS Esports is trying to play in the split view. But here comes a knock from the team. The shots are also coming for the players. Right now, the nomination goes to the team 4. As we know, the 52 Esports, they just collected 4 elimination right now, and the EV is trying to get some shots. Let's check on. They are also avoiding the momentum, and they are trying to go back to a safer zone rather than tackling to the teams. But guys, EV Sport don't have any of the elimination right now. But with that, we have the team K that is being surviving the Severny area, so there is no any of the disturbance for you. But let's check on the 52 Esports trying to rotate in this momentum, and we just converted to the stage 3 circle. With that, we have the Eagle VSC Esport. Some sources gated by the Binas, but there is no complete elimination of the teams. Eagle ZZ and Binas both are really doing well, as they are not being damaged. And the EVs which are trying to wait the HUNNU is where they can come for any of the situation that can be created. But I can see the pole is trying to spray, but he is not able to get it off. Here comes a knock by the HUNNU Esport that I was talking about. The stage 3 circle just went dead on, and we can see the circle is really well, but the team BX is trying to come over their players, and the PMC are like holding out that warehouse where they are safe. They think so.
But here comes the push by the VXC to the Axon Esport. If I'm not wrong, it might be the HUNNU. But the first elimination of the Puzan is being seen by the VMG Sports. But here comes the last player, Yaman, to the warehouse, and he directly just gone for the Dash W Sports coming closer. But here comes a knock grenade by the Venom. But let's check on. Here comes the exact grenade, but that obstacle was that much hard to protect the player by damage. Again a damage arrived, but he was safe. So we just converted to the top 7 teams right now, and along with that we have the player GT. They're trying to get some fight, but I don't think only 2 players can tackle out the whole match situation, but they need to wait on if they want to go for the top 10, for the top 3 teams. That is really important. Stage 4 zone that is being shifting in 1 minute, and we have the team 52 esports with 7 elimination in a single matches. Some elimination is being seen really less, but if the players are doing well, they can have almost 26 to 30 elimination in these matches also. But the 52 esports were coming in the same location right now in 70. We are also in 70, they are also in 70. But where are the team 4 that are waiting? That are waiting for the team Indonesia, and the team Indonesia were doing the same. They were waiting for the other teams to come on the compound, and there is like better to play, and they can really knock from long distance. What about the rest of the teams? Let's go and check on if they are alive or not. The two HUNNU esports, where are they? They are trying to cover up this compound, and they're trying to take some free kill. If the team will knock a player, he will be ready to spray on that. Okay, we can see some scope is being open right now to watch over the team of the. Combat by the KXC squad, as they only have 1 elimination. Here comes a 2 elimination shot from the team, but okay. By the Llama ones. And here comes a total finish up to the teams, and the GT were finished, I guess. So the KX also just went for the lobby with the team. And here is the map feed again, guys. As we know, the circle is being really small, and some of the player is being alive right now. With that, if you try to be the one who is being surviving in this moment, you must need to be carry on with a great elimination by the teams, great like support by the teams. Was on that a good nade, okay, good elimination going from the Swadesh, and he's trying to push over the GT, but they don't know the GT team are also really aggressive and active to knock the opponent, to tackle out the opponent teams. But here we just converted to the top 5 team, as we can see on that are really gone for the past, and we are just at top 4 teams right now. And here comes the vehicle of the HUNNU esports, but
where Sri was not able to get any of the knock for the players, any of the elimination, any of the situation is being not tackled around. And what about the other team that is being alive here? If they will come up for the close or not? We're moving to the team 18, the HUNNU Esports. They're trying to tackle on, but okay, which compared to the three teams right now, and we have the our qualifying team, the final teams that are being going to have some fight. Here comes a vehicle from the team Indonesia to the HUNNU Esports, but HUNNU Esports really are fast and you have a custom modification in their cars, I guess. Yeah, there comes a player that is really close and people are trying to get some reflex, but okay. The thing just went outside and the Sonia did a reflex to him, and here comes the team Indonesia. The three players is being alive. Well alive right now. And here comes the winner chicken dinner by the teams, guys. That is really important to watch on. Along with that, we are moving toward the results section right now. This match is wasn't lasted so long, but for today, I think we can watch on for the champions. That is the winner chicken dinner starts by the team of Team Indonesia, and they do have the 16 elimination in the total points. The vocal to have the 4 elimination. Arfat with 2, Math 69 with 6, and Swade. I cannot read that name, but we can call them Sudesh Sri. And it was the overall when the chicken dinner starts, and we are going for the player summary as we know our variety. And here comes the match 69 with 6 elimination, damage of 395 is being seen by the OQ Rose, and we have the Vadisui with the 1 grand elimination and 272-meter of full distance elimination, 14,025 longest distance been traveled in this matches. And here comes for the team S2S. We can see the team S2S by in between the team Indonesia and the HUNNU Sports, as the team Indonesia have like 6 total elimination, 12 elimination by the HUNNU Sports. Total damage of 2,159 has been tackled with the officers. And we're talking about the damage of the HUNNU Eastwood, that is really less. 1952, and the total heal is 1241 only from the Indonesia, 508 from the total is from the HUNNU Eastwood. 11 knockout is similar to each other. And let's go for the player match summary. And 57 total knockout, 0 top looted, 13,000. 893 total damage in these deals, match and 3 grand elimination, 272-meter of longer distance elimination, and 63 total hits is being placed on this match. But we have 5,218 hills for the day. It was the match fragger. Here comes the overall fragger right now for the match 7. And Indonesia do have the 26 point win collected in this matches, although the first match was not that good. But okay, the 52 is supposed to have the 17. HUNNU Esports have 17, 52 Esports have 10, XAVIER with 9, Golden Ticket with 6, ESN Esports with 5, and Eagle Esports with 4. This is the moment that the team carried on in the overall standings. And okay, match is standing, and we will waiting for the second page. Then you can pause and check on the team, like CSN and dedication that they are giving on. Second page will come soon. Okay, here is the second page. The Storm don't have any elimination. The GSM were doing really well for yesterday, and I think they will not
be able to do that things. But we are going for the top fraggers, top mass fraggers of the team 7. We have the Math 69 with 6 elimination, Fez with 5, Soya with 5, Wade Swing, Wade Swing with 4, Grade elimination, Vocal with 4 elimination mixing in this match is annual comes to overall data, and the Asian Esports with 45, Silent Crew with their expected teams for the Twisted Mind studying Rudian Gangster with 7, 5 Miracles with 2, and the teams that are coming from behind. We will be waiting for our first phase when it will come.
So, welcome again, my dear guys. We're back again for the match 3. As you know, this is the match of Miramar. Then we have 2 matches left. That is Irangal and Miramar as per the rotation of the yesterday. And we can know that the teams that are being participated just gone. And the team 15 and team 13 is being missing this recent matches. And we know that this is really a hard situation for them as they need to be collected some point for today, and they're not doing that. I don't know why they are missing. Maybe some problem in net, or they are not free, or due to the ongoing tournaments of the PUBG Mobile. That may be the reason. But okay, we will watch on the every team that is presented in this situation. We have in our plane. Okay, this is the match of Miramar, and we know the match of Desert. With that, we have to watch on where the players are going, and the dropping location and situation is being placed on by the teams. And let's go for the teams for the initial cluster and the initial drop classes that we are going to watch on. That is the really important thing to carry for the players. But the team Indonesia don't have any of the like initial fights, but the Twisted Mind do have right now here. As we can see, some initiation is being on, 1 point is being collected, but the EVE is here, and here comes a knock. Oh my god, what is this? The team EVE Sports the Dragon 9 is ultimately finished on, but here comes the next elimination for that teams. But what he is doing, the Sapro 19 is trying to do something suspicious with the AV. So, and what he's doing, man? The Rilo. I think his net is slow, or what is the thing? Huh? Oh my god, really suspicious. That player is being stalked. I think the ping is really in the issue, but here is the Binas that is trying to tackle on, but the Team 17 really went for a fight, and they just covered up all the situation here. But the GSM are also here, and they will try to go on. But I think my net or theirs. Oh, I cannot watch on the player. I think so. The teams do have some ping issue in the game. That is not a good point of view for the teams. Okay, no problem. But it will be initialized soon. But let's check on the GREMLIN sports. The GREMLIN. But oh my god, what an instant finish to the Vortex. That was really amazing, guys. Okay, the team 17 just collected. Oh my god, they just collected 6 elimination right now. The Twisted Mind. Oh, I think the comeback will come from the teams, but the Danny Sports are also in the situation of the fight of the BXC. As we know, one player is not from the BXC, the 𝗓𝗛𝗡𝗕𝗟.
But with that, all the player of the VXT do have a great position right now. But the Tangix, that was the match fragger of the match number 6, is going on. Not the match number 6, but the match number 7 is going on for the elimination. But I don't think if he can get okay. The knock will be finished. I know that, but he is really in open, no cover from the team. So the VXT to have the idea that the player is here and they are trying to watch on them. But again, the Twisted Minds, they are trying to get some sauce to the GSM. That is really important right now in this momentum. But if you go, that is the one and only player that is going for the comeback fight with the Twixt, Rilo, and some thoughts just come for the Germany esports. And for today, the Germany esports, the gambling esport don't seems like being really prepared for today match. That is not a good position for the teams, as we know. The Twisted Mind are really dominating in this situation, but we have the last one player surviving, the Ching Gang. Sorry, T Gang from the MAQNA Sport. That is really important to work on, as we know that the Twisted Sports are having great elimination to the other teams, and we just converted to the top 15 team. Along with that, the BXC might be getted closer to the got closer to the third teams, and here comes a grenade by the lower Punji. Let's go. He's going for the comeback fight with the Uzi, and a backup just arrived for him. And the player that was on the top just dropped downside. But the team 8, I guess, so some players are being sacrificed right now. But the GK is instantly sacrificed. And we have only 2 players left from the Danny Sports. The BXC are trying to irritate the Danny Sports player really well. As we can see, the RS and Chi Gang just locked the player, but the twisted brain just went for a next action, and they just collected that knock off the player of the MAQNA Sports. But the team BXC, they are waiting on the same compound as they were taking fight. And the player of the Danny Sport is trying to watch on to their every activities that they have, but I cannot see any of the fully completed loots by the BXC. But with that, we have the fight with the KHABUL esports, and only 3 players is being joined. I guess so. The team must need to be on time if they are really well prepared to collect some points here. But the team 14, as we're talking about the Action esports, they have the one elimination right now. And here comes the instant finish from the Action Boys 3-1-3. And I guess we have only one player left from the Kabul. If I'm not wrong, that is Zyrox TT. And I think the team of the Action is trying to come push for the last one player surviving. And let's go and check on if it is really true or not. I can see a player carrying on buggy by the goal kill. That was really well, but here we can see the team 9 that is really dominating in this phase, and they do have the topmost elimination and the topmost winner chicken dinner placement point, and they are like going for a good summary in this moment. And the team 3 that we're talking about, the team Indonesia, they all have 4 players alive, and instant finish by the weight 3 is being seen right now. And what is the player doing? Maybe the net is being glitching and he don't know where he is trying to go. But okay, let's check on. He can give all the player that drive if his net is not working well. But I can see the teams of the team 9 that we know as KX was just coming towards the player of the team Indonesia. But let's go and check, as they are here for collecting the points. They are here for collecting the experience by playing with the teams of the PMGO and the PMNC's team that is being qualified and went for, and they are trying to make themselves well prepared for the PMGC and PMGO. They need to learn all the required skill that is really important to tackle out the teams of the situation. But here we can see the KHC Sports K Kiromi is trying to walk on to the map 69, but it was
it can be a complete elimination to the team Indonesia, one player, and I can see that he just be visible to the Kuromi, and here comes the shot. But he knows the players do have disturbed team Indonesia, and here comes the elimination to that player is trying to tackle. He is trying to get some shots, but I don't think that's really possible. But the Kuromi just went for the elimination, but I cannot see the team being eliminated right now, and the grenade goes from the case. The team Indonesia, as they're trying well to get on the shots, but here comes the Arafat, and he's trying to knock that player by the Uzi, but I cannot see any of the elimination. And now when he was purely visible to the team and trying to do some reflex, that was not a point to watch on, but during the revival team the instant finish is gone on. But during the use of the utility, the teams is being sacrificed right now, and here comes the cover to that team, and it is the complete elimination of the team KE. So they might be get a trouble situation right now because they just lost out where the players is being placed on, and here is the last one player from the beauty and action. The comeback fight is coming on, but he's trying to tackle with the Uzi, but his bullet just ran out of the ammo. His gun just ran out of the ammo, and the stage 2 circle just calling us to watch on. But let's go to look after the zone. And here comes the shift of the next circle, and we can see the team Indonesia are in the blue zone. That is not a correct time to be in the blue zone right now, because we are having a fight to the team of Twisted Minds right now in this rich area. Let's go and take a look from the team what initiation is being placed on, and the San Sirzi is knocked on, but the Twisted Mind do have a comeback in this Miramar match, as we are converting to the top 11 team. They just collected 9 elimination. If they will go for the winner chicken dinner, they can have momentum where they can just collect for the 10 placement point, and the kill securing point is on them. How much they need to secure, how much they want from this matches. But the team 16 is being present right now. Called the engineering M, and then the two players just went for the lobby, and there is only the two player, the highest and Mira being surviving right now, and they have the 4 elimination in this situation. Along with that, the Twisted Mind had that potential to knock out the players of the team of the KSN that we know as the. And here comes a push to the teams, and there's some shotgun is being placed on, and here there is a knock to the player of the e- engineering MN, and we have a last one player highest, and here comes a shot from the Twisted Esports, and the player is dead. We just converted to the top 10 teams, and the fight of the placement point will go on when we just convert to the top 8 team, guys. So there is really important thing to watch on from the teams. Okay, guys, the HUNNU esports are at the top moment where they are able to see the players that are being rotated right now, but they are trying to sort on a vehicle that is being placed in the compound, but they are not sure if any of the player is being surviving, any of the player is being placed on the air. But okay, Fez and the Teal MBV is trying to do that sorts, but they are not getting any of the result from there. But the Dynasty Sports we're trying to talk about, they have the 4 elimination right now, and they're trying to rotate in this zone to go inside the circle of the stage 3, and it's coming in the 11th second. And we have the CHEEZIOUS esports right now. The all three players is being alive from the team, but I cannot see any of the player being eliminated right now. And I think the team are not really far from each other because the zone shift is been coming, and we have the small circle right now that is really crazy for the teams. And the boom bam situation is coming through the CHEEZIOUS esports and the other one. Let's go and take a look. But the teammates is the HUNNU esports. As we know, they are of the four players being compiled together, but they're trying to hold on this compound, and Jesus Esports are trying to avoid some fight right now in this situation, and they are trying to get some another place where they can have a fight. But we are in the Twisted Esports. We can see the team G. Oh my God, who is he, man? He just went to the already visible situation where the player can see through them, and here goes a knock to the player. But the silent crew are trying to tackle to the Twisted Esport. As we know, the teams must need to gather in some point in this matches. If not, we have to two maps left, the two matches left. There we can have the great fight with the teams, but the team Indonesia is coming well in this same area, and they have the four elimination right now. With that, here comes a knock from the map 69, and he's trying to tackle out the situation lock again, but here is it is not possible right now. Okay, guys, we just converted to the top nine teams right now, and the next zone circle is being shifted. With that, we know that the Eastwood is being tackling on now, but they already have collected all the points that can lead them to the top of the players. But we have like 13 elimination right now by the teams, and we are trying to get some point from the team Indonesia, but they are trying to get some shot, but it is not possible to knock that player. But with that, we have the silent queue right now in the topmost situation that they can tackle on to the other player, but we have another fight with the Javiers, and they have like one elimination in this position. But okay, they are trying to tackle, and but the team HUNNU is trying to tackle down that situation, but they are really far from that player that they can get some initiation right now. But okay, they are trying to go on the playing zone, but it is really impossible for them to reach out because other player they do have holded some compound that make a trouble for them. But here comes a knock to the action eastwood. As we know, the team hype is being placed right down closer to them. Guys, the race will begin soon for the placement point, but okay, There is a two player being alive right now, and they're trying to tackle with the Isen Esports. As we know, the three players are being alive, and they don't have any of the point being collected. If they will survive for the top 8, they will get a placement point. That is one. If not, there is no any of the placement point being collected by the teams. But they really did well in this match, and they have two matches left for now, and they can do well in that matches. But okay, we are waiting for the action esports to do some action, but here comes the action against the team action by the team Indonesia. That is really well, and here comes a grenade. Okay, it was the molly that just entered in that point of view, but I don't think the player just gets some fire and they are safe from that molly. But again, it's come a smoke to make that player frightened with that utility. But okay, with that certain elimination, the players must need to gather on some point that we are talking about. The main point is to gather some point, and the action is put with have the 4 elimination right now, but the chase of the placement point is being placing on the team hypers, the Isen Esport. Now they will get 1 placement point in this view, and we have the team of the team Indonesia, like they have the 9 elimination right now, and it was the complete elimination. They will get 1 placement point in this uh, time, but we have the go kill with 4 elimination in this situation by the Action Esports, and we just converted to the top 5 team right now. Let's check on the winner chicken dinner moment will come soon, but here comes a comeback fight with the Action Esports, and the team Indonesia is trying to do some drop shot, but it was not that time for him to gather a kill point. But here we can go by the team Indonesia with the 11 elimination. This match is going to be a tough competition for all the player that is being surviving, but we have the silent crew right now with the 3 elimination, and with that we have 3 eliminations from the teams, and the HUNNU esports will be surviving this situation. Right now, here comes a spray from the MVK, and there is the team XAVIER right now. And the team XAVIER is trying to get some point, but let's go wait on for the teams from the HUNNU esports that we're trying on. Let's go, team. You can do a bit well for this matches, and here comes the closing of the team, the SS that we know as them as the HUNNU Esports, and the XAVIER is trying to do some utilization, and let's go for the another knock. That if the grenade will be in the same place, that comes for a complete elimination for the Okay, guys, the race of the top 2 team is being placed on, and the winner chicken dinner come really closer for by the teams, and then is the competition between the team Indonesia and the team XAVIER. They will be fighting in this situation as they need to compete for the 10 or the 6 placement point by the teams, and here comes the winner chicken dinner by the team XAVIER. That is really well, that is really amazing, and they just get an additional 10 placement point in this match. With that, we are moving toward our stats, the stat that we have. Let's go. Here comes the winner chicken dinner starts by the teams, and here we can see that there is the 5 elimination right now by the team XAVIER, the DXV with the 0 elimination. I can see him and Suse with 2, Con with 3, and the XPA8 with the 0 elimination is being placed on. And we are going for the player summary right now. As we can see, the Twix Ryol to have the 6 elimination right now, and 1205 total damage is being collected by the Go Kill right now, and the Tilt MVP to have the 2 grenade elimination by the HUNNU Esports, and 254 meter of the kill distance, the longest kill distance is being traveling on, and the 11,709 travel distance is being carried on by that player of the match 69. And we are trying about, we are going to check about the team head-to-head battle, and the team Indonesia and the 𝗜𝗓𝗕𝗓 are the players that just went for the elimination point. They just collected like 11 elimination point from the team Indonesia, and with that we had the total elimination of 5 by the XAVIER Sports. 1374 damage being collected as totally, and 490 damage by the XAVIER Sports. With that, we have 1767 total hills by the teams of the team Indonesia. With that, we have 489 total hills by the XAVIER, and the rest of information you can watch on. There is the player match summary of this match. Already 56 total knock is being placed on, and 58 elimination. It's quite suspicious, but it is what it is, guys. And two airdrop being looted in this match is that is pretty number that we can see in a match. But we have the 12,044 damage that is being placed on, and two grand elimination, 254-meter of longest distance elimination that we just went to watch on the player summary. But we have like 15 headshot being dealt in this matches with 8,015 total heals. We are going for the match data for now. And here comes the match data, guys. The leading team. We have the team Indonesia with the 17 point right now, and there is the 11 kill point, and again the 6 here placement point is being placed on. With that, the 𝗜𝗓𝗕𝗓 you have the winner chicken dinner, and they only have the 5 eliminations, so totally it become like 15 total point. Twisted Mind have 12 points, Silent Crew 9, HUNNU Esports with 8, Axon Esports with 8, Danny Esports with 7, Golden Ticket with 3, MAQNA Esports with 3, Engineering Ammon with 3, and rest of the point you can watch on by pausing the screen. Okay, guys, we're moving to the match fraggers right now, and we have the Sorilo 88 with 6, Gokil with 5, Matt X69 with 5, and Suki with 3, Slug with 3. It was the match fragger for the match number 8, and we're going for the overall data right now. And here we have the team Indonesia with the 104 point. That is really amazing. They just crossed the century right now, and the KXC Sport, they are getting dominated by the team Indonesia, as they only have 94 point. 𝗜𝗓𝗕𝗓 with 74, Action Esports with 60, Golden Ticket with 58, Dan Esports with 54, I guess, and 52 Esports to have 50, eSane Esports with 47, HUNNU Esports with 47, Eagle V ES Esports with 35, Engineering with 33, MAQNA Esports with 31, and rest of the points you can watch on by yourself by pausing your screen. Okay, guys, here comes the road to MVP. The race for the MVP is going on, and the case is leading in this situation with the 23 elimination point. With that, we have the Gokil with 18 elimination right now, and 16 elimination by the Con from the XAVIER Esports. And we do have the D Trang XIX by the Danny Sport with 16 elimination, and SC Suke with 15 elimination is being watched on. And this is all the stats for this match, and we are going for the highlights section. Okay, guys, we're back again to our very and second last match of the day for the day two, and here we have the team twisted mind that they have the loss of two players in this moment, and with that we are going on for the engineering as there is the only one player left that is called Alien, And with that, we are taking out the visuals where the last one player is going to be out right now. And with that, we're trying to check on every of the moves that being placing by the Asian right now. And the team 17 that we know as the Twisted Esports is trying to come over the teams, but here comes a knock to the player and the complete elimination, which just converted to the top 16 team right now. And if you talk about the team, the Xaviers, there is the only one player left from the Xavier Esports. With that, we have the team BXG right now, but here comes knock again from the DE, the Danny Esports, and here comes the eliminations from the Danny Esports and comes the shots to the Action Esports as we know them that is being tackling to the Danny Esports as we are not able to watch on the first zone circle, but we will watch on soon after the like closing of the circle when we go for the match. Okay, stage number 2. But here we can see the teams are really being excited for the next elimination, and it comes by the Indonesia, the one and only player being alive from the Indonesia. Its final elimination called the finish of the team Indonesia, but I guess the team 52 is being eliminated right now. The Team Indonesia do have the 4 elimination being collected by the finish up, and we can see the revived player that's coming for the helpless situation that they need some help. But with that, we have the CHEEZIOUS stores coming to the same compound. That is a matter of really tension. But they are not going for that compound, but they are trying to rotate in this moment. But let's go for the team Beauty and Gangster. As we know, they are taking some fight with the team GSM. They are also now in the moment of trouble. And here comes a pan from the gaming. Is trying to do some pan, but I can see the team KEX right now in the moment. But let's go and check on if they can have final elimination of the Ismail Gaming or not. But they are trying to have their vehicle on, and they need to get a rotation to go on inside the stage 2 circle. And here comes the last one player that is surviving for the Twisted Mind. Here comes a knock to the BXG, and that we're trying on. We're shaking on, and there is the one player, the lower Uzi is not knocked right now, but he's trying to get some revive moment. But with that, along with that, we have the other players of the two that is being surviving, and he's trying. They are trying to gather around the Twisted Esports, and we have 8 minutes left for the next zone circle shift. Again, a team is being eliminated and some domination point is also being gathering on. But with that, we can search for the players where they are. But if we compare, according to the stage 1, the most of the players is being favored by the second shift of the zone, and we can see the team Indonesia, the Silent Crews, and the CHEEZIOUS Sports that are really in the CHEEZIOUS Sports and the Golden Ticket are all in the safe zone, but the EV also trying to come upon the teams. But here comes elimination again by the Eastern Sports. They are having a surprise right now in this location as the Twisted Mind already have 8 elimination, but they have a chance. They have a chance to collect some more points from here if they will go for tackling the Eastern Sports. Let's go and check on what is the current situation for the teams, if they can tackle on or not. But the June 11 just went for a 1 elimination, and the team GT, the golden ticket, is being really close to the CJC Sports. CJC Sports, as we are trying to check on the GTZ, just went it through elimination right now and collected a 1 point from that. But by that, if you go for the Sin Esports, we can see that they just collected a point again from the XAVIER Esports. And with that, we have the Twisted Lux right now. There are two in this locations. Let's check on the Twisted Esports. There is the only one player, Lock. If his luck support, he can have an instant finish and instant knockout for the player. But let's go and check on the team of the Asian Esports. Don't know where the player is. And here comes a green. Okay, devious shot, and it was really good that he can get a knock. But here comes a bomb shotgun, and the elimination from the behind was really brutal for that player. He was not expecting that, but we are just converting to the top 9 team, and I don't think this match will come on with a great situation. But we're talking about the GTs, but they're trying to be close with the teams that is being already available here, and the some sort is coming from the CHEEZIOUS Esport, and we have the teams. They already been converted to the top 3. Okay, not top 3, but 3 teams in their slot. And we have the type race that is really low, but he's trying to get on that severe point by the GT Sports, and then we will start the race of collecting the placement point by the teams if we are going to convert to the top 8 teams, and then the placement distribution will walk on. Okay, guys, as we're talking about, there is a closing by the GT judges right now to the TJC Sports. And let's go on. What will be the possible situation? We are waiting for that final initiation by the golden ticket for the TJC Sport, as they are they are waiting, but we can go for the silent crew as they being really closer in the same location at the farm. But let's go and check on here. I think the silent crew were pushing to the team Indonesia. They have a greater positioning right now. They can have a knockout, and here comes a spray, but it was not that was easy to knock that player. But here the revival was going on, and the player just went for the push, and he is knocked right now. But the silent crew were not waiting for that player. They are gone for the push in another compound, another building, and with another level of compliments, they are going to take on that fight, I guess so. But there is 3 eliminations by that team, and we can see a player that have a positioning in the top of the ridge right now. The 𝗲𝗓𝗓 is here. And again, final elimination to the Reiki. The team just collected 5 points. It was really dropped back for the teams of the silent crew as they went for the push to the team Indonesia, as comparing to the 3 matches that already being placed on. They have the experience how to tackle out the squad that is being pushing. But let's go check on if the grenade will work on to knock that all player. That is like 3 grenade back to back to that same compound, and here comes the molly. The utilization is being really well by the teams. Here comes the final elimination, and Team Indonesia just went through, and they are out right now. But the Asian Esport that we are watching on them in another compound just went for here, and we have 6 teams left right now. And here comes the push by the Asian Esport. It is a complete third party, and the player was knocking the door, and he is being secured right now. And they have the 6 elimination point right now, and they can get go through 7 elimination point, because one and only player that is being surviving the buzzer. But okay, here comes a grenade to him. It just backfired by this same member, I guess. But the team KE just went for a boost right now here, and it is a third party. Then it's turned to the fourth party. That is really amazing right now. We have the team KEX. They are trying to go on, but we have the Asian Esport defending on them. But we just converted to the top 5 team, as we know. That is not great thing to watch in this moment. We just converted to the top 5 team, and 14 players just left, and that is the one and only player surviving from the Asian Esports. And with that, we have the KEX right now. The full of the squad is being filled on, and they're going for the push, I think. But not I think. all the viewer know who will be the last man surviving from here, and it's just converted to the top 5 team. As you know, the GSM that will be dominating in the okay, dominating in the match like day 1 are here. They all, what a mistake from the GSM. He just dropped through that double story building. That really backfired on him. KXE Sports. And we have 3 teams left right now. Let's check on which are the teams that been surviving in this situation. We have the EV. The full squad is being surviving of the EV, but they are out of the fight momentums. That we are talking about, the initiation is being placed right now by the 3 teams, and all are being surrounded by each others, and we can see a player in by the infrared that is being in that double story building, but the EV is trying to get some sort. But here comes a knock from the KEXE score to the GGS, and instant finish up to that player, and we just converted to the top 10 teams. Okay, top 10 players right now. Along with that, we are waiting if the teams can come on or not. But let's check what is the moment for the teams. The CHEEZIOUS Sports that we have right now. We have the 2 players from the CHEEZIOUS Sport, as we have 3 elimination from them, but they will not go to the safe zone this quick, I guess so. But here comes the rotation by the KEXE Sport. They don't know. CHEEZIOUS Sport don't know about that. He is here for checking. He is here for checking if any of the movement will be placing on by the cheeses. But that is really important for now. But let's go and check what will be the possible factors that we are going to watch on. Oh yeah, cheeses sports are really being instant right now, as if they go on for the rotation they will get shot and they will miss the 6 point, as they are going to get 5 placement point now. But if they will go for the like top 2 teams, they will get 6 placement point beside that kills. And now the KEX also done a closing, but I was talking about the same thing. If they will leave this situation, leave this place, leave this compound, they will going to get shot, and it is true. The Extra is the only one player surviving from the CHEEZIOUS Sports, and we are waiting for the final elimination that the KEX team is coming on to that compound for the final elimination. Let's check and what let's check for that. The EVA Sports also, they are not changing their location, but they are trying to watch on if the KEX team will come for the survival, come for the rotation right now. Yeah. But let's go and check on what is the possible situation. Team KEX. Team KEX is coming on. And here comes the visibility to the EV1ZZ, and we're talking about the final elimination. I think so. The KEX will be the last man standing in this match number 9. Because they are going for some loots and the vehicle. Like But I guess so. The KX sports that are going on, but CGS Astra just changed his location, and I don't think he will go in the playing zone or he will make him dead inside the blue zone. It is going on. AVE Sport is trying to gather around some point, but there comes a Yu Huang that was really willing to take some fight, but he is here now. The teams have the possibility to take on their elimination, and here comes the whole squad right now. Here comes the whole squad again, and here is the knock to the Saffron, the EVE team. I don't think they will be here for surviving throughout the KEX. It was the last one player surviving in that compound, and here comes the grenade by the Ks. We are waiting for the final elimination from the teams. Let's go. Teams can do that. The KEX are really being dominating as they determined for the concern that they have. They can achieve the first runner-up for today's matches. But let's go and check. Today we are going to look towards the first runner-up, second runner-up champions, and the event MVP also. But placement point is secured by the teams. The EV is a straight that air banger right now, and we have to check on the players if they can destroy that vehicle or not. But maybe there's some a drop by him, and he's trying to get on the final elimination by the Yu Kwang. And the EV sport was not being really successful for that. Here comes a grenade that is really correct that the player is being knocked right now, and there is only two player being surviving by the Eagle ESC sword, and that I was talking about the team of the KEX will be the winner chicken dinner in this situation. That is really important to watch and point my board, guys. The KEX will become the final eliminator to the AVE and the winner chicken dinner along with the placement point of 10, and with that kill point that is secured in this matches, and we might will get some change over the overall fraggers and the mass fraggers of this match. Here comes a grenade that was good enough to damage that player, but he's trying to switch his location right now. And here comes a push from the behind and two. Oh my god, it was a complete elimination to that player. And I said you to mind my word that the team of the KEX will have that probability to get. And now we are going for the stats for this match. As we know, the winner chicken dinners are strength for the KEX. And we have the last match left right now. We're going for the start section right now, and here is the winner chicken dinner. Yu Kwang do have the 4 elimination right now. We have the Vuvu with the 3 elimination, Case with 3, and the Kurome with 3. There is complete 13 elimination as total. And we have the player summary right now as they collected overall 23 points in this matches. And we have the sorry low with 5 topmost elimination in this match. 1047 damage is being collected, the greatest damage of the season. And we have the 2 grand elimination by the Trankrix and the EV Binas at the 249 meter of longest elimination, 14 kilometer of travel distance is being covered on by the Hugh Kwang. And we're going for the team head to head right now, guys. Here we have the KX Sports versus the team Indonesia. Okay, 13 eliminations from the KX Sports and 5 eliminations from the team Indonesia. 1958 damage. Total damage is being carried on. With that, we have the play teams of the team Indonesia as they have a completely total damage of like 885, total heals of 1291 by the KEX and 466 by the in team Indonesia. That was the team head to head. We are going for the match summary. As we can see, 54 total knockouts, 0 end up being looted, 13,109 total damage, 7 great eliminations, 249-meter of longer distance elimination, 62 total elimination, 10 hit shot, and 5,314 total hails is being placed on. We are going for the match ranking of this match 9. We have the KX Sport with total of 23 points, Team Indonesia with 11, Asian Sports 10, CHEEZIOUS Sports 8, Silent Crew 8, Eagle VESC Sport with 7, Twisted Minds with 7, and the rest of the point you can watch on by yourself by pausing your screen. And here is the match figure right now. The Torilo with 5 elimination. Yu Kwang, we have 4 elimination right now, and the Inumi with 4, Ks with 3, Math X69 with 3 elimination in this moment. We have the overall data for this matches, and collectively the KEX Sport have 117 total point, and rest of will watch on later on. But we have the Asian Esport with 57, 52 Esport with 50, HUNNU Esports with 47, Eagle V Sports with 42, Engineering MN with 34, MAQNA Esports with 34, KHABUL with 32, Twisted Mind with 32, and the last phase we are waiting on, and it will come soon. And here it is. The CHEEZIOUS Esports, we have the 27. The LF Lovins have the 12 point, and the Beauty and Gangster do have the 9 point in the overall. Only 9 point in the overall, 5 from the Miracles with 2 overall point. And we are going through the first phase. Wait on, guys. Okay, guys, we're talking about the overall data again, and you just went to the first page. You can pause the screen and watch on the datas, and we are going for the top fraggers again. And here is the KE case with 26 elimination. The KE team is leading in the overall data and overall fragger also. And we had the last match remaining the rank XIX to have the 19 elimination. Gokil with 18. Con with 17 and the Sukhya with 17 elimination is being seen in this matches, and we are going for the match highlights. You guys will wait on, and we will be back again to our last and final match for today. Okay, guys, we're back again with our last match, and we are here right now in the fight of the Eagle Esports and the Twisted Minds. As we have the 14 team left, and what we can see here is the two, three player is being disconnected, and there is the only one that he is the luck, and he was dominating once in the overall data, but he is out right now and he's trying to get some fight over here. But we can see the teams of the 52 esports that we have the two players that collected 2 point and lost two players by themselves. And here comes the EV for the comeback, and again he's trying to tackle on, but he was not able to, and it was a complete elimination by the EV to the 52 esports. And now the team of the Twisted Mind will be going on for the pulls. I guess so, but he is the only one player, so he must need to revive his substitute player for support. But let's go and check if the EV do listen the footstep. They will know that the Twisted Mind is being really closer to them, and they can go for a comeback fight again. Again and again, again and again. The EV is trying to get some fight, and they are not losing any of the player. And here comes the spray from the Dragon 9 that is really unexpected by the teams. And here comes again a drop jump shot to the player of the that's called Lock, and Rilo was again knocked, and here comes knock by the Lock, and he will try to knock the player, but it was a complete hurdle for that team. And here we just converted to the top 2 team right now. Along with that, we have the HUNNU esports right now. So that we have the phase, the Go MKK, and he's trying to get some sort from the D sport that we know as the players that are really getting some comeback right now. But let's go and check. We have the 2 elimination from that team. Along with that, the teams are really doing well. Here comes a grenade and a knock. Do he knock 2 player or he knocked 1 player? Okay, he just knocked 1 player. That is really important to watch on. Let's go for the HUNNU esports, and we have the 2 players being remaining from there, and they're trying to tackle on. We have the phase here, and the player is knocked, the MVK. But let's go and check on what will be the possible situation down there. And again, phase is also knocked, the one and only player. The MVP is alive, and he have a Thompson that is really powerful in the comeback fight. If they can go by the shotgun area, and if he have that possibility to knock, he will be the last man surviving. But okay, I was wrong. He just went for the final elimination with the SLR, I guess so. And we can see the team BX G here, and then there is the T Nature. But we're trying to tackle on the Danny Esports. They just collected the 6 point, and here comes a grenade. Maybe the BXC will face the Alash for this matches, and I was right. It is being out. He is being out from this match and just went for the lobby, and the next zone shift has been coming throughout the players. But we know the team of the Action Esports are being closer, and they're trying to rotate right now. Let's go if they can go for a next fight or not. But we have the Eagle VLG score that's coming towards Team Indonesia. That is really important to watch on, as they are in the highest location of the Miramar. They can have a clear view of the all rotation that player can take. Now the GT and the Team Indonesia just went for a close fight here, but I can see that none of the players are trying to push over, but we just converted to the stage 2 of the circle that we must need to watch on. But we have the various players that is being really far from each other, so some fight will take a bit place, a bit time, a bit certain like situations they must need to create on to gather around the fight. But here we can see this golden Time Esports and the team Indonesia is being initiating right now, and the other players are also trying to get closer to the other teams. And here comes the knock from the player, and the team Indonesia wasn't prepared for the golden gate, and the vocal is being eliminated without any elimination being collected by him. But we have the EV just a went for a third party who's here, and the Dragon 9 is being eliminated by the team GT. I don't think they are being prepared for this third party, as we have the two players left. The Sorrow is being disconnected right now, and we don't have any of those. But the KEX also went here, and it was a complete elimination for the KES case, and he was the top fragger of the overall matches. And by that match, if it will end, we will going to get our runner-up for this 2 days tournament, 2 days event. And we have the silent crew. They are also trying to initiate with the DE sport, and the knock player is being instantly finished by the Balja. And where are the other players of the DE? Maybe they are holding on the compound, but here comes a shot by the Tizen and the Nate. The two players are being alive from the Denny Sports, but here comes a knock again from the golden ticket to the hyper. And again, there is the last player surviving the NJR, and here comes the shot, draw a jump shot. And it was a really amazing shot that we are being noticing here. But we have the team KXC Sport that sees a EVE vehicle, and it was the elimination for that player. He just knocked out, and the team EVE is a bit in trouble in this situation, as they only collected 8 elimination point, and they have the Vinas and the event. Oh, sorry, EVE 1ZZZ. Let's go and check on if I can revive his player or not. But there is so much open area, he might get some shots, and he was getting shot from both sides. Here, the team Indonesia were placing on, and there the KX was trying to get some angle over them. That was really a critic situation for that team. But the EVE last player is being surviving, and both the player of the EVE, not the both, but the try of the player is trying to go closer to the EVE once it's hit, and here comes the final elimination, and we just compared it to the top 7 teams right now. But along with that, the team Indonesia also went closer to the KEX Esports, and the race for the placement point is being proactive right now. But we are watching on the possible factors that can be a situation where we can tackle on the fight. But here comes the silent crew final elimination to the teams. Final shot that is being registered right now, but the silent crew, they must need to be closer to the team Indonesia if they want any of the initiation by this match. So let's check on. Here comes a player in the buggy, and it is being, I think he will get some knock, but 𝗜𝗡𝗕𝗟 just went at the backside of this building of this compound, and Kurumi and the 𝗜𝗡𝗕𝗟. There's the two player that is being trying to tackling out that player, and the Math 69 was trying to shot on his leg, but it was not possibly able to knock that player. Here comes a jump shot by the both player, but the team Indonesia was not that much lucky by the teams. Here comes a knock again from the silent crew to the teams of the team Indonesia, and now the Reiki is trying to push to the KE Sports here. The grenade just arrived and really turned this player low, but we have the 𝗜𝗡𝗕𝗟. What a jump shot from him, and he just instantly knocked and missed that player. Along with that, we have other teams of the KX Esport, and the molly was going on, but I am waiting for a good jump shot. Let's try again if they can have, but the KEX wasn't able to hold on that backfire by the silent crew, and it was a complete elimination by that team. And the San Martin is being empty right now, and we just converted to the top 5 teams. And we are waiting for the next zone shift, and here it is, guys. You can see the zone is just going for the right side of the map, and the player are already outside of the zone, so no initiation can be watched on in this 2 minutes, and then we are going to have some initiation points by the players. But let's go and check some rotation of the players. All 5 teams are alive right now. For the Sane Esports, they have the two players, and the Lens Pimple do have some internet issues, so he is being disconnected in this match, and there is no elimination by him. But we have the action boy coming towards the Inum. If let's go and check if they will meet or not. But the Asian Esport that I was talking about just went to another alternative way. But the action boy is being waiting there, and he can see out the vehicle of the Asian Esport. He just went through the visibility, but he didn't drop any of the fire, any of the stoppage to that player. The player comes straight from the go kill, but it was not sufficient to knock that player. But the CJ is supposed to have here that uh, fightings of the players, the concerts, and uh, they must think that they are in the engagement, so we can go for a party. That might be a position that they can hold on, but I can see the Action Sport. They do have the attentions toward the CJC Sports, and I can see the both of the player in the one place. And here he comes to the open area. There is like a great possibility to knock out that player by the Action Sports. Let's check on who will be the last one surviving in this situation. But another spray is being coming throughout the Action Sports right now, and the Bayou is knocked here, but we have three players being alive right now, and we have almost a backup. Let's check on what the Jesus Esport is doing. He's just reviving the V power, but their push is coming, and he just revived. Firstly, they will try to do some grenade if it's possible to knock one or two players. That will be really amazing for the teams here. The Hastra just went through a fire, and he need to tackle on the situation with the Action Esports. But here comes a grenade again and a damage to the player. But let's go and check on Astra. He's knocked again, but we have the V power and his teammate, the Typeless. Typeless is again knocked right now. With that, only one player is surviving from the Cheeziou's Sport, and the instant elimination of instant securing of a point is being seen from the Cheeziou's Sport by knocking by finishing that player of the Action Esport. And Action Esport just a player are really far from this compound where they can have a fight. But let's go and check. Here comes push by the Action both 3-1-3 and the Bayou 3-1-3. Let's go. They both are trying to do the grenade. Let's go and check on whose grenade will be exact to knock and finish that player. But no one was able to do that grenade that is being really exactly to the players. We have the Action Esports right now. The teams are trying to come on, but the Xaviers are also placed on right now. They're trying to come on, but CHEEZIOUS Esport is being holding the Action Esport. They're drawing their attention right now, and the Astra is again being revived, but he don't have. Okay, he have the health kit to heal his life. And now here comes a jump shot from the power, and again he is the man who did 1v2 right now. The CHEEZIOUS Sport or the player must be proud for him that he have done that great situation to carry on, but the Xavier Esports coming closer. But we can see the DX Con, he is like going slowly towards the CHEEZIOUS Esports, but we have the rest of the teams that is being waiting in that. Okay, we have the team 19, the silent crew that is coming near, but they can't see the Susi. He is at that mountain, and his head is really visible for the silent crew. And we have the three players alive from the silent crew. With that, the DX is trying to do some grenade for the CHEEZIOUS Esports. And let's go and check if they can knock out that player, if they can have some elimination there or not. Con is trying to like locate the player position. He's trying to assume where the players are. He's trying to get some coordinates where to grenade, but the V power just showed he's all body to him that he is here. You can do an easy grenade and take some points. It's all about your prediction. It's all about your assumption. Let's check the two players that's been survived from the beginning, and here comes a knock from the Susi to the Astra, and it shows the clear sign for the decon to push on in the situation when he is reviving his teammate, but he is trying to put in some grenade right down here, but he don't know that the player is being there, and the V power is again knock, and here comes the final elimination by the Con with V extra also, and now we have only two players left. That is the silent crew and the player of the TX. Okay, guys, here comes the engagement by the silent crew and the DX that were really far. And here comes the knock to the con. I was guessing, and he is not able to knock that player. Suki. And here comes the final elimination to the team. And here comes the winner chicken dinner. And sorry, guys, here comes the winner chicken dinner right now. And the fight for the placement point is also done. And the players should know who will be the man standing in the first runner-up and the champions and the second runner-up, as well as the event MVP for today matches. So we are going for the winner chicken dinner stats for now. But guys, here comes the winner chicken dinner stats right now. Here comes the 10 total elimination by the silent crew. The Balja do have the one elimination. The Vazi have two eliminations. Suke with five, and the Reiki with two elimination is being seen, and completely 20 point is being collected in this match by the silent crew. And here comes the player summary. That Suke have five elimination. V Power have the total British damage of 477 and one grenade kills by the Trangix. And again, 340 meter of kill distance is being covered on, and 10 kilometer is being traveled by the Balza to get throughout the players and the teams. And we are going for the team as as we know. There was the two teams standing at the last, and they draw the attention of the play viewers toward them, silent crew and the XAVIERs. And we have the 10 elimination from the silent crew with 1239 total damage, total heals 507, total knock 7, total elimination by the Dingo Xavier is 4, 811 total damage, total heals 54, and 4 knockout is being placed on its matches of the team match 10. And we are going for the match summary. Here we have like 54 total knocks, 0 dropping looted, 11,625 total damage is being seen, and 6 kills is being placed on 314 meter of longest distance elimination, and 56 total elimination is being placed in this match. 10 hits out being deal, and 3547 total hill is being placed on this match. If we talk about the match ranking of this match number 10, we have the silent crew 20 point is being collected in the last matches. Jybest with have 10, CHEEZIOUS with 9, Eagle V Sports with 9, Team Indonesia with 7, KX Sports with 7, Danny Sports with 7, Beauty and Gangster with 0, Miracles 0, LF Lovins 0, and Twisted Mind do have 0 point in this matches. And you guys can pause on and watch on all the details that are being available in our stats. And we are going for the match summary right now. Also, not the top fraggers right now, and we have the Suke with 5 elimination, Bhipa with 4, EV Dragon E9 with 4, and the SPL Winox with 3 elimination, the Slushy with 2. And that is all for today. And now the main point of the view is going to watch on the runner-ups. Here we have our second runner-up. Really, really congratulations to the Dingo Xavier. The Xavier. They have the 48 kill point in this matches, and total of it 6 point being collected, and 38 is being contributed by the placement point. That was really amazing. That was expected for the team of the D Xavier, and it was second runner up. We are going for the first runner up, guys. And here comes the first runner up by the team Indonesia with the 81 total kill point, 41 placement point, and one total of 122. It was really amazing. The gap is really huge for the players, and there was no any possibility that they can cover if tomorrow also they will have the same ratio to go on. But the KEX Sport do have 124 for their team and just become the champions of this tournament, the 2-day tournament of the INBL Pro Showdown. And if talk about the team Indonesia, they do have the 122 points. It was really amazing by the players. Only 2 point will win for the domination of the players of the team Indonesia. But we have here the event MVP of today's 2 days matches, and I can see the KEKs with the 26 elimination. Average damage of 471, KD ratio of 2, and total survival. Average survival is 18.14 minute. And we are going for the overall data right now. Like here, the overall standing shows the KEXE Sports have the 124 total point, along with that Team Indonesia with 122, 88 is being seen by the 86 point by the XAVIER, Silent Crew with 80, Danny Sports with 67, XN Sports with 66, Golden Ticket with their respective points, and the GREMLIN is shown with 61, 52 with 52. 52 esports with 52 point, guys. Eagle B Sports with the uh 51 points. HUNNU Esports with 48. MAQNA Esports with 37. CHEEZIOUS Esports with 36. Engineering with 35. KHABUL with 35 point. So the two teams have the equal number of points here. That is 35, and we are waiting for the last phase. And here comes the Twisted Mind to have the 32 point in their book. And along with that, we have the LF Lovins with 12 points, Written Gangster with 9, 5 Miracle with 9. It was the overall data for today matches, and we're going for the overall fraggers here. There is the overall fragger that is KEKs with 26 elimination, and the rest of the data you can watch on. And where we have the Suke with 22 elimination, Trang XIX with 20 elimination, the Gokil with 19, Yu Kwang with 18 elimination is being seen in this matches. So it is the end of today matches, guys. I really thank you to all for watching our live stream and supporting us along with the team management and the production team. So guys, really amazing matches that I have noticed for these 2 days, and we have a greatest player of all time. They do have learned average skills that is meant to be learned by them, and maybe this tournament will pay back you with a great skill collections and some good opportunity by the players to the teams. And okay, guys, I want to be bye bye right now. And it was the casting was by the Nitin Cast, and we will be back again in some tournaments if they will be held on. And for now, we will be ending our stream for today, and then we will be back again if other tournament will be placed on. So bye bye guys, take care and good night.